to some more WWE 2K25 MyGM. We are live, and this is Season 3, Episode 1. And we are off the heels of WrestleMania, which was the Season 2 finale, Episode 5. And we are now on the road to King of the Ring. Well, we are on the road, the countdown to King and Queen of the Ring, with the PLE being 4 weeks away and the go home show being 3 weeks away. If you're new to this very channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so you won't miss out on new content just like this one. As you can see here, we have all of the matches for this week's ECW set up right here in MyGM in WWE 2K25, and we're going to confirm the booking. And we actually kick off MyGM this week, Friday Night SmackDown action, or just SmackDown action in general, as Shotzi takes on the current WWE Women's Champion Piper Niven in one-on-one action. And who walks away with the gold? And Piper Niven retains her championship, as a new rivalry between her and Shotzi has just begun. And some more women's action as Natalya takes on Chelsea Green. And the Queen of Hearts picks up the victory over Chelsea. And some tag team action. Ivar and Shawn Spears take on the Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa and Otis. And Ivar and Shawn Spears pick up the victory, as a new rivalry has just been made between both teams. And the main event is for the WWE Tag Team titles in a tables match. In the main event, Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince, and Kid Wilson take on the current champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And who walks away with the gold? Have retained the tag team titles, as a new rivalry between Pretty Deadly versus Zayn and Owens has begun. And we move on to Raw, as we are still in the early part of the week, as Lyra Valkyria and Zoe Stark face each other in a Extreme Rules match to kick off Raw, to see who will become the new WWE Women's World Champion, and who walks away with the gold. Lyra Valkyria, it is your new Women's World Champion. A promo from Brooks Jensen. Some mid-card action here. Some tag team action, that is. Tyler Bate and Carl Anderson take on Wolfgang and Omos. And who walks away with the tag team victory? and it's Wolfgang and Omos, as a new rivalry has just begun between the two teams. We get another promo, this time from Isla Dawn, and some more tag team action, and is for the World Tag Team titles. The pairing of AJ Styles and Mark Coffey of Gallus, as Mark Coffey's partner Wolfgang, whom was in a tag team match along with Omos, taking on the team of Tyler Bate and Carl Anderson, as AJ and Mark Coffey take on Ashante the Adonis and Tonga Loa, with the World Tag Team titles on the line. Which team will walk away with the gold, thus becoming the new World Tag Team Champions? And the winners are Ashante the Adonis and Tonga Loa are your new World Tag Team Champions. El Idolo Andrade takes on Drew McIntyre in the main event to see whom will become the Intercontinental Champion and who walks away with the gold. And Andrade is your new Intercontinental Champion. And now we're midway through the week. We kick off NXT with Akam of the Authors of Pain, as he takes on Rich Holland in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the NXT North American Championship, and whom will walk away with the gold. And the winner is Rich Holland is your new NXT North American Champion, as we have a new rivalry on our hands between Akam and Holland. A promo from Julius Creed and some women's tag team action. The EST, Bianca Belair, partners up with Wendy Chu to take on the nightmarish and eerie-like Wendy Chu and her partner, the always ruthless and straight up physical and hard-hitting Blair Davenport. And who walks away with the tag team win? And it's Bianca Belair and Gigi Dolan, as a new rivalry has just begun between both teams of Bianca Belair and Gigi Dolan versus Wendy Chu and Blair Davenport. And we get another promo, this time from Chad Gable. Some more action here on NXT, as Berto takes on the monster of all monsters and one big SOB, as people would say, Braun Strowman, and who walks away with the win. And it's the all-powerful Braun Strowman who picks up the victory. And we get a promo from Tegan Knox calling out the legendary Hall of Famer Molly Holly. And the main event, a triple threat tables match for the NXT Championship. The current champion, Trick Williams, Razor, the other half of the Authors of Pain, as his partner Akam was defeated by Rich Holland for the NXT North American Championship, which Rich Holland won. And the final participant in this matchup is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Which of these three men will walk away with the gold? And Razor of the Authors of Pain has picked up the victory in this triple threat tables main event match and is your new NXT champion. And that wraps up this week's NXT of season 3 on episode 1 of MyGM right here in WWE 2K25. And we cap off the week with ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling, the home, the land of Extreme, in a opener of 2 Titans. The Ring General Gunther takes on the Ruler Obafemi in one-on-one action to kick off ECW this week. And who walks away with the gold? A promo from The Undertaker. Tony D'Angelo, the Don, takes on Eddie Thorpe in ECW action here. The Don picks up the victory as a new rivalry between Tony D and Eddie Thorpe has just begun. And some women's tag team action. The Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Eddie Thorpe, take on the team of the Storm, Jade Cargill, and the impressive, that is her nickname, the impressive Indy Hartwell in women's tag team action. And who walks away with the tag team win? And it's the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who pick up the tag team victory. A promo from Louis Kaiser. And the main event on ECW is for the ECW World Championship. The former champion, Javon Evans, takes on the current champion, Kofi Kingston. And who walks away with the gold? And Javon Evans has regained his ECW World Championship. Now we are on week 2. As we're drawing closer to King and Queen of the Ring, a message from Javon Evans to Paul Heyman. Thanks for the title rematch. And your new champion once again. Good to have the title back in my hands. Thanks for the rematch, boss. I appreciate it. A message from Kofi Kingston to Paul Heyman. I'm not happy losing my strap next week. I am enacting my rematch clause. I want a championship rematch against Javon Evans. Nobody else better get a world title shot before me. Sure, Kofi, no problem. Good. Don't keep me waiting too long. I already miss wearing that gold around my waist. Promise Kofi Kingston a rematch against Javon Evans for the ECW World Championship. schedule are running this week. All the matches have been set up for ECW this week, as we are on week 2 here in Canada, and we kick off MyGM this week once again with Friday Night SmackDown, as the team of Ivar and Shawn Spears, who are currently in a feud against Akira Tozawa and Otis, the Alpha Academy, as these two teams will face off each other in this tag team opener, and who walks away with the victory. And Ivar and Shawn Spears pick up the victory as the rivalry between the two teams grow. Piper Niven calls out Shotzi in a promo. Lexis King takes on Kevin Owens in singles action. And the prize fighter picks up the victory, as a new rivalry between Lexis King and Kevin Owens has begun. And it's Shotzi who calls out Piper Niven this time around. Some more one-on-one SmackDown action, as Sami Zayn takes on Kid Wilson of Pretty Deadly. Sami Zayn's partner, Kevin Owens, who was in a singles match against Lexis King just moments ago, and who will get the victory in this one-on-one matchup. And it's Sami Zayn. And a backstage brawl as the main event for this week's SmackDown. Natalya takes on Chelsea Green, two of Canada's finest, battling it out in a backstage brawl. And who gets the win in this main event matchup? And it's Natalya picking up the victory over Chelsea Green once again, as the rivalry continues to grow between the two. Now on to Monday Night Raw. No holds barred. Andrade versus Brooks Jensen to kick off Raw. And Andrade picks up the victory, as a new rivalry has just begun between Andrade and Brooks Jensen. And Brooks Jensen is injured for a week. A promo from Tyler Bate. Some one-on-one action. Carl Anderson versus Drew McIntyre. And one-on-one action. And Drew McIntyre picks up the victory. And we've also got another new feud / rivalry between Carl Anderson and Drew McIntyre. a promo from Isla Dawn, and some tag team action for the World Tag Team titles. The current champions, Ashante the Adonis and Tonga Loa, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang representing Gallus. And which team walks away with the tag team gold? And is Gallus your new World Tag Team Champions? Fallon Henley versus Lara Valkyria in a Iron Man match as the main event for this week's Raw. And who walks away with the win? And Lara Valkyria is your winner, as a new rivalry in the women's division has just begun in Fallon Henley versus Lara Valkyria. And now we're midway through the week once again, as we are now in NXT, as Trick Williams, the former NXT champion, takes on the current champion in Razor of the Authors of Pain. And the winner is Trick Williams, who picks up the victory in this opening bout against Razor of AOP. A promo from Angel, a women's triple threat match for the NXT Championship. Gigi Dolan, the legendary Hall of Famer, Molly Holly, and Blair Davenport. Which of these three women becomes the new champion? Who walks away with the gold? And the winner is Molly Holly is your new NXT Women's Champion. A promo from Julius Creed. Akam, the other half of the Authors of Pain, as his partner Razor had lost the opening matchup to Trick Williams moments ago, as Akam takes on Rich Holland, whom are currently rivals, Akam and Rich Holland. And who walks away with the win? It is Rich Holland who walks away with the gold. Cody Rhodes versus Berto in the main event of NXT. Berto's partner Angel of Los Garza just cut a promo earlier, moments ago. But right now, who will get the win in this main event here on NXT in MyGM? Will it be Cody Rhodes or will it be Berto? And the winner is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And we cap off the week with, once again, ECW, the land of extreme. And we kick off this week's ECW with some women's division action. Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day taking on the Storm herself, Jade Cargill, with a little run-in, a little interference spot, if you will, from Raquel's tag partner, Liv Morgan. And who walks away with the win? And Jade Cargill picks up the victory, as a new rivalry between her, Jade Cargill, and Liv Morgan has just begun. A TLC match. Tony D'Angelo takes on his current rival, Eddie Thorpe. And who walks away with the win? And Eddie Thorpe picks up the victory. As the rivalry grows between the two, in a promo from Indy Hartwell, Xavier Woods of the New Day takes on Ludwig Kaiser, the running buddy, the right-hand man of the Ring General, Gunther, and who walks away with the win in this one-on-one bout. Ludwig Kaiser picks up the victory. And speaking of the Ring General Gunther, he calls out the ruler Obafemi, whom competed one-on-one on ECW last week. Gunther and Obafemi, that is. In a rematch from last week's main event on ECW. But this time, with the roles reversed, it is Kofi Kingston who is now the former ECW champion, and Javon Evans is the current champion. And this time, this ECW championship bout will be contested under Extreme Rules in the main event. And who walks away with the gold this time around? Will it be the former champion Kofi representing the New Day, as his partner Xavier Woods was defeated by Ludwig Kaiser in one-on-one action moments ago? Or will it be the young OG himself, Javon Evans, walking away with the ECW Championship gold intact? One of those questions that were just mentioned will be answered right here and right now. And the winner is Javon Evans has retained the ECW champion, as a new rivalry between Kofi and Javon Evans has just begun. We are on week 3. We are drawing closer and closer to King and Queen of the Ring. A message from Kofi Kingston to Paul Heyman. Thanks for the title rematch. I'm a little disappointed, but that's on me. Josh Briggs. A message from Josh Briggs to Paul Heyman. Look, Paul, I'm tired of the same old moves. I have to change my fighting style. You can't tell me how to do my job. It's time for me to show these fans just how ripped I am. From now on, I'm fighting as a bruiser. That wasn't part of my plans, but whatever. Yeah, well, I can also tell you that you're fired. I'm getting a return on your contract fund, $140K. I'll go with, oh no, internet connection quality is currently, hold on, I need